Hey y'all, hey, welcome to my Southern Keto Kitchen. My name is Erica and I am going to share with you some of our very favorite meals. These are keto meals that are family approved. These are some of my family's very favorite meals. I kind of reached back into the archives of my YouTube videos and pulled out like the best of the best. So be ready because these are some easy and delicious meals. Let's just jump into it. Buffalo chicken stuffed peppers. Y'all, this first recipe is one of the easiest things that I make and one of the most requested from my family and friends, my buffalo chicken dip. But we're taking it up a notch and making stuffed peppers with it. So good, so easy, freezes well, reheats well. This is a winner, y'all. First thing we're going to do is cook our rice cauliflower according to the microwave directions. So going to throw that in the microwave. The next thing we're going to do is get our peppers ready. I like to cut them sideways like this and stuff them because I feel like I can mound more stuffing in it and I can get more cheesy goodness on top for melting cheese. So I like to use a garbage bowl because it's just easier cleanup. And then I put the peppers in upside down with some water. I'm going to steam the peppers at 375 for about 20 minutes just while I'm putting together the rest of the casserole. It's a really easy step since I've got to put the rest of the casserole together anyways. And it makes them not be quite as crunchy. If you don't mind the crunch, you can skip that. Here's the recipe. This is what it looks like in my cookbook. This is for the buffalo chicken casserole. We're basically just going to make this recipe right now, and then we're going to stuff it into the peppers. You could use tricolored peppers, any color pepper you want, whatever floats your boat. Now, if you have softened cream cheese, this is going to be so much easier. So if you don't, pop it in the microwave for 10 or 15 seconds. We're going to add some mayonnaise and some sour cream. We're going to add some Frank's hot sauce. This is more like a buffalo style than an actual spicy. It's really not very spicy at all. And then we're going to add ranch. I'm using this Frank's Red Hot mainly just because I want to finish it up. It's a little spicy for me, so I probably will not repurchase and just stick to ranch. But if you like a lot of spice, this may be the spice for you. It is definitely a little on the spicy side. Now we're just going to add our chicken. You can use rotisserie chicken. I usually use canned chicken just from Costco, 2 cans, and drain it and then put it in. That is the easiest, and I always have it on hand, but whatever kind of chicken. And then about half a cup of cheese. I usually use Mexican, like the shredded Mexican from Costco, but you can use Monterey Jack, any kind of cheese that you want. I used about half a cup, and I'm reserving a little bit for the cheesy topping. The next thing we're going to do is take our microwaved riced cauliflower. This was microwaved according to the directions on the bag. And I'm going to put it in a very clean hand towel and we're going to wring it out. Y'all, this step is the key to so many cauliflower dishes or any kind of like riced veggie dishes, riced cauliflower, riced broccoli. You wring it out back and forth until you get all of the liquid that you can possibly get out. This will save your dishes, making them not watery, making them taste better. Even if you're going to do like a riced cauliflower by itself, do this step before you put it in the pan with some oil and spices. It makes all of the difference. It's going to make your cauliflower taste good, y'all. I highly recommend this step, and it's really easy to do. You do need to let it cool off just a little bit, otherwise it's going to be super hot on your hands. But see all of this liquid? I mean, that is a lot of liquid that we are getting out of this guy, y'all. Just dump this cauliflower in. I usually do 2 bags. I only did 1 today because I was out, but I usually do use 2 bags of rice cauliflower here. It just kind of beefs it up some, bulks it up. Not beef, bulks it up. All right, the next thing we're going to do is get our peppers. See how they're kind of soft and pliable now? So we're going to fill the peppers up into our dish here and then just stuff them as full as you want to stuff them with the buffalo chicken mix. I did put half half of them with just the ranch, and then half of them I added some blue cheese to. Somehow missed getting that on camera, but the blue cheese is completely optional. I like it better with blue cheese, but some of my family doesn't. So we're just going to stuff these as full as we want. You can really mound them up, and these freeze and reheat so well, y'all. I highly recommend making multiples of these, more than you plan to eat, and freezing some, because it's just such a great, easy, portable freezer meal. Once they're fully topped with cheese, you're going to put them in the oven. I think I did 375. It doesn't really matter. You're just reheating it. You're heating it through is the right word. Heating it through, y'all. So we're going to heat it through, and then this is how much I had left over. I just put it in a Pyrex. I love these glass Pyrex because I can refreeze in them. I can reheat in them. I can bake in them, microwave. They're very, very versatile, and I just love having these. This is going to be a great, just like leftovers during the week for a lunch or a snack or whatever. The kids even just eat it with like chips. I eat it with pork rinds or just eat it with a spoon. It is so delicious. Here it is out of the oven. Oh my gosh, y'all. It is like ooey gooey, cheesy. It smells so good. Look at that. Yes, please. Oh my gosh, y'all. All right, y'all, let's try this. It's been sitting about probably 20 minutes because I got occupied with the baby, the dog, Hank, our little baby dog. So delicious, so good. Oh my gosh. It's one of my favorite things that we make. We all love it, so easy. And when you put it in a stuffed pepper, it feels like a completely different meal, but it still has all those tastes that we like absolutely love. Highly recommend you try any of this buffalo chicken, whether you do it as a dip, whether you do it as a casserole, whether you stuff peppers. It is worth trying, y'all. And it is not overly spicy. It's got a kick, but it's more like the buffalo flavor than like spicy in your face. So if you're not a super spicy person, you probably will like this as well. No one is home but me right now. It's one of those crazy nights, so nobody else here to taste test right now. I wanted to jump in real quick and say, hey y'all, if you're new to me, welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, my name is Erica. I would love for you to subscribe. We do all kinds of what's for dinner videos here, meal prep videos, what I eat in a day videos, kind of vlog style videos that go along with that. All things keto. I've lost over 100 pounds on my own keto journey, and I plan to be keto for life. Do I do it perfectly? No, I mess up all the time, y'all. But I tell y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly. You're gonna get honesty here. Absolute 100% honesty coming from me. I definitely mess up, y'all. So I hope you will stick around and join the community here. We have a lot of fun. All right, let's just jump back into this video. And I'm gonna dice them. No, slice them. Slice them really thin, Erica. Okay, this pan I just got and I am loving it. It's from the company Green Pan. It's so pretty. I love the gold. So I'm just getting some bacon fat in here. This is going to be about 2 tablespoons of bacon fat. And once this melts, I'm going to add the onions and I'm going to cook these low and slow, y'all. This is a ton of onions and it is probably going to take me 45 minutes or an hour to make these. This is a labor of love, but the end product is so delicious. I always like to make a lot because, again, it takes a while. You have to baby it. I'm going to be standing over the stove, but sometimes it's worth it, and the end product is unbelievable. It's totally worth trying for a special occasion. And if you make a lot, it'll last for a couple weeks in the fridge, so make a lot. My best advice. This is over a very low heat. Okay, hamburgers, super simple, y'all. Worcestershire sauce, Grill Master seasoning. Grill Master seasoning has your salt, your pepper, paprika, organic dill, organic coriander, organic thyme, garlic, fennel, rosemary. It's all organic. This blend together somehow is just amazing. It's our favorite for making burgers. So if I'm just gonna make my basic burger, this is about 2 pounds of hamburger meat. So I did about a tablespoon per pound of grill seasoning. Then I'm gonna do just about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and that is it for your basic hamburger. We also like to use ground sirloin. It's just a little tastier, in my opinion, for hamburgers. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix all of this together. Whenever you're mixing hamburger meat, you always wanna mix it the least amount you possibly can. I'm going in with some more of this seasoning. So probably 3 tablespoons total of this seasoning, y'all. And I'm just gonna get these gently mixed. And these are gonna be basic burgers because our toppings are gonna be freaking amazing. We have goat cheese, we have onion bacon jam, we have a compound butter that has sun-dried tomato and herbs in it. So I'm going as basic as possible, but with really good quality meat and seasoning. About 20 minutes in, y'all. They are looking good. They're starting to caramelize. Probably another 20-25 minutes total. Like I said, super low and slow, tedious, but oh my gosh, delicious. Y'all, I don't know if this is showing. Yeah, it is. One of my favorite shirts. I just splashed bacon grease all over me, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love this shirt. I'm so mad. I have a trick that I use for grease where I use hydrogen peroxide and Dawn Power Wash on it. So I'm gonna go put that on it right now and throw a load in. Cross my fingers. Y'all cross your fingers for me. I love this shirt. Okay, we've been about 40 minutes now, y'all, and it's really starting to caramelize a lot. I'm thinking in the next 10 minutes we'll be ready to start adding the rest of the ingredients. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Changed my shirt. I hope that comes out, y'all. I hope that trick works. It usually works. I love that shirt. Okay, new shirt, still cooking onions. But Jackson finished caramelizing these onions. They look perfect. So we're gonna go in with some Sucre Gold, some kind of brown sugar alternative. If you are not doing low carb, just plain brown sugar, that was 1/4 cup. And we're going to go in with a whole large amount of bacon here. This is bacon that I had previously cooked and chopped up. I saved the bacon fat. As y'all know, we cooked this, we caramelized our onions in the bacon fat. So we're gonna add that bacon right in there. So this is gonna be a bacon onion jam. Now we are going to go in with some apple cider vinegar. That's about 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And we're gonna go in with about 1/4 cup of, this is Lecanto maple syrup. And I'm just kind of playing with it, so if we need to add a little bit more sugar or anything in a minute, we can. But we're gonna bring this up to kind of like a low simmer and then start simmering away again. Okay, y'all, I feel like this just needs a little something, so we're just sprinkling with just a little bit of cayenne pepper, like not even 1/8 teaspoon probably. We're just getting a little bit of heat. Bacon jam is done. I'm just gonna leave it nice and chunky. A lot of people, when they're making bacon jam, will use an immersion blender or a food processor and make it more like jam consistency, but I like the caramelized onions and the bacon bits in it. I'm gonna leave it like that, y'all, and this is so good. Jack and I just kept tasting it and playing with it. We added probably about 1/8 teaspoon total of cayenne to the whole big mass, and I had originally used 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, and I added about 2 more tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and it kind of came out to the taste that we like. So you just have to play with it at the end, but this is gonna be such a good dinner, y'all. Here it is. How amazing does this look? Slow motion for the food porn here. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to put this in my mouth, y'all. You have to make this. Y'all, I am a mess. Oh my gosh. On to something I know that I do well is chaffle making. This is mozzarella cheese and 1 tablespoon. It's 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese and 1 tablespoon of Trim Healthy Mama flour. You could use almond flour. And then we are going to crack 1 egg into it. We're going to mix that up really well. You're also going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I forgot to say that. And this will make about 3 chaffles. Ta-da! Perfect. I did something right today, y'all. These are perfect. Okay, burgers aren't quite ready yet, but let me tell you what we're gonna do. We have this compound butter. We made it in a video earlier in the year. This is sun-dried tomato and herb compound butter. So I just sliced it up. I had it frozen in a log. I sliced it up, and for the last couple minutes, I'm gonna put a piece of this on top of each of the burgers so that the butter and all the yumminess will melt down in it. We only had 3 hot dogs. I didn't realize that, but such is life. They're big, they're real big. That's okay. Nobody minds a big hamburger, right? All right, and we're just gonna let that melt down on there. Then we're gonna top it with goat cheese or brie. These are some monster burgers, y'all, but Jason, do you want goat or brie?
He walked out.
Okay, he gets goat. I think he would pick goat. So we're gonna use goat cheese, and then we've got our bacon jam. Oh my God, Becky, look at this burger. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is massive.
And I love a chocolate one.
Let's see if you can eat this, y'all. Is it good?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. Love it?
Love it. Love it. You get all the goat cheese, like the sourness from the goat cheese, the sweetness from the jam.
It is about 2 o'clock and I'm gonna start making chicken nuggets. I am making so many chicken nuggets. I'm actually gonna trial 3 different ways. My traditional way, 1 and 2 others. So let me show you what I'm doing with that. We'll figure out which one we like the best, and then we're gonna make a buttload of chicken nuggets, y'all. Let's get going. I'm gonna put on some kind of podcast or something and just rock it out, because it takes a while. But I feel like chicken nuggets freeze amazingly well, so whenever I make them, I make a crap ton, because it's a simple process. It's just a little time consuming sometimes, but maybe we're gonna find a shortcut today. So stick with me and let's see if my shortcut's better than my regular version. All right, let's make the simplest keto chicken nuggets you have ever seen. 1, cut up chicken pieces. 2, pickle juice. I'm using spicy. Whatever seasonings you want. We're gonna use some garlic, some onion, some salt, and some pepper, a little bit of hot sauce. First step is marinade. All right, we have our chicken. We are going to go in with dill pickle juice. We're going to be marinating up to 2 hours to overnight. Good bit of pickle juice in there. Seasonings of choice, we are just going garlic powder. How much? Just however much your ancestors are whispering in your ear that you need, y'all. Whatever feels good, whatever floats your boat. Salt, pepper. Oh, man overboard, lost her salt. Shut it up and shake. Shakey shake. Shake, shake, shake. Give it a nice massage. Get in there, get in there. Then we're gonna store it flat like this so everything's covered on this baking sheet in my refrigerator, 2 hours to overnight. Lordy, lordy, y'all, we almost forgot another favorite ingredient, hot sauce. Give it a little bit of hot sauce, 1 to 2 tablespoons per bag of chicken. Yes, ma'am. This is Frank's hot sauce. It's not super spicy, but trust me, don't leave it out. While we're making chicken nuggets, I marinated them overnight. Now I'm putting them out onto lined cookie sheets. I'm gonna put them on here, then I'm gonna dry them off really good before we move on to the next step. Okay, I'm kind of experimenting with these chicken nuggets, trying a couple different breadings. I'm using my same breadcrumb mixture. The first set I put in mayonnaise and then in my breadcrumbs and shook it up in a bag. This is what they're looking like. The kids don't think that they are their favorite flavor with the mayonnaise, so this is gonna be a no-go probably, but it definitely coated well and is definitely an option. So what I'm doing with this is I just have my keto crumbs in here. I threw those marinated chicken that I had kind of dried off in here. We're shaking it really well, and then this is gonna go in the air fryer. It took about 8 minutes, so we're gonna try this method, and then we'll go to my basic method that I usually use, which is the egg wash, and we'll see which of the 3 we like the best. All right, third way we're gonna make this is the way that I always do it, my traditional method. It takes a little longer, so I was trying to find a shortcut, but we're gonna make it all 3 ways and see which way the kids like best. All right, so here's our chicken that has been dried off. We're gonna go into our egg mixture and then into our breadcrumbs. I wanna get it breaded really, really, really well, and then into our air fryer. You can also bake these. Okay, here's our experiment. This is the ones that I dipped in mayo and then breadcrumbs. These were just shaken with breadcrumbs only. Didn't put any kind of sticky base or anything. And then these are my typical, what I usually do when I egg wash. Of course, Doggy is drinking right now because she loves to drink when I turn the camera on. So if y'all hear that, I'm sorry. These were the egg washed and hand breaded, and they're definitely the prettiest. I'm gonna have the kids taste these and I'll let you know. Hot. Is it still real hot? Sorry, I thought it seemed cooler. Sorry, I didn't mean to burn y'all's tongues. Okay, so which of the three are your favorite?
This one's the...
They both said the second one. I'm excited. I'm gonna do the shaky shake method and it's gonna be so easy. So the verdict is the kids like the ones that I just shook up in the breading the most. However, we all decided that marinating it in the dill overnight was too long. It's very dilly and it's too much. So I would probably go back to my usual, which is like 2 or 3 hours in the dill. I'm gonna take all my breadcrumbs and throw it in my bag. Then I'm just gonna toss a bunch of these at a time in here. It's gonna be much quicker, and I am gonna go ahead and bake them because there's so many. It would take me so long in the air fryer. But if you're doing a small amount, the air fryer is perfect for these. Just shake till everything's coated really, really well. All right, y'all, in the oven, 425, probably 10 to 12 minutes. It just depends on the size of your nuggets, but I like to do it at 425. Ooh, and I like to spray the top with a little bit of avocado oil just to give it that more crispy top. So I'm gonna pull that out and do that real quick and pop them back in. And yeah, I'm dressed on the top and have pajama pants on the bottom. I didn't think that was gonna show. It is what it is. It's a lazy Sunday. I do cool the chicken completely on wire racks like this. So if you don't let them cool completely, they're gonna get really soggy. If you want to serve them immediately, let them cool for about 5 minutes and then serve them. If you want to store them or freeze them, if you want to freeze them, these freeze so great, y'all. Lay them out, you can even just leave them on this sheet. Lay them on a baking sheet, put them in the freezer until they have mainly frozen, and then you can pile them like this and store them in the freezer. The kids can pull them out and make them in the air fryer, or you can. They reheat in the air fryer beautifully. This is why I like to make a ton, because once you have them done, they last for a long time and they reheat so beautifully. You can reheat them in the oven as well, but we love to reheat them in the air fryer. So we've got chicken nuggets over here. We've got chicken nuggets that I've already put in a bag here. We've got all of these chicken nuggets, and we have more in there. I made a ton of chicken nuggets, y'all. Okay, everybody, we are going to make our mac and cheese now, and here's what you need. You need elbow noodles. Now, you can use gluten-free, low-carb noodles in place of these, and the recipe is exactly the same. It's not going to change at all, but it will make it a low-carb meal instead. I'm using regular elbow noodles because I'm making this for my kids, but I've made this many times with keto noodles and it works just exactly the same. So you need your noodles, a bunch of cheese. I grate it in my food processor. We'll do that here in a second. I usually do half extra sharp, half either mild or medium, but this is what I have, so we're gonna just use this today. Some cream, a little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of salt, and bone broth. That is all you need, and your Instant Pot. Okay, this does not get any easier, y'all. You can use however much you want. I'll leave an exact recipe below, but put however many noodles you want, and then the trick is to cover the noodles fully with the bone broth. You could use water, but I like the flavor. See, you just want it fully submerged, but not like drowning in the water. Then any seasoning you want. I did salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. Put the top on to sealing, and we are just going to set manual for 6 minutes. Make sure you have that on sealing, and as soon as it is finished, we are going to quick release. So right now we're going to go ahead and get some cheese going. I like to grate it by hand, especially for mac and cheese. I feel like it makes a difference. Definitely plug it in first. Y'all, one trick I have I was going to show you is after I wash this, while it's still all wet, I don't even dry it off. I just put them back, turn it on, start. Doesn't even really matter what temperature. You're just gonna let it cook for really only a couple minutes, and it'll dry everything out, and then you're clean and ready for next go round. Y'all, it's about, what time is it, 5 o'clock? It's about 5 o'clock. I feel like I've been cooking for like over 2 hours. When you make massive amounts of chicken nuggets, it just takes time. That's why I like to do massive amounts though, because then it just prepares tons of freezer food. If we have plenty left over, I will just flash freeze it and then put them in Ziplocs, and the kids can reheat them in the air fryer so easily. And probably gonna make some of my honey mustard sauce, so I will walk y'all through that here in a minute. But it's a sugar-free honey mustard, and it's actually a recipe that's in my cookbook. These chicken nuggets are in my cookbook, the breadcrumbs are in my cookbook. All of these recipes are fully fleshed out for you in my cookbook, so go check it out. The only one that's not is the mac and cheese, and I'm walking you through that. So that's what it is. And oh, I hear my Instant Pot beeping. It's time to go finish up on the noodles. Doing a quick release. We're at 0, so we're doing a quick release. We don't want to let the noodles go too far because we don't want them to be too cooked. So just real quick release, and then we're going to start adding our ingredients. We've got a ton of cheese. We probably won't use all of this, but this can go in a Ziploc. And we have a little bit more hot sauce, some heavy cream, and some butter. All right, y'all, I just opened this. My noodles are, I'm just kind of making sure there's none stuck to the bottom, and then we're going to start adding. I usually add my whipped cream and my whipping cream and my butter first. I will give you a recipe down below, y'all, because I don't really follow one anymore. I just eyeball it. So got our heavy cream, we've got our butter. We're gonna try and get that kind of mixed in. Once my butter starts melting, we'll add cheese. All right, we've got our cheese in here, y'all, and I also put a little bit of hot sauce. I just use Frank's. I put a little bit of cheese. I stir it till most of it's melted. Then I add some more cheese, a little bit at a time until we get it to the cheesiness level that we want. Perfect ooey gooey mac and cheese. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Kids are gonna love that. I may have gone overboard on the cheese, but is that really possible with mac and cheese? I don't know, it might be. We're gonna make my mock honey mustard. This recipe is straight out of my cookbook, but I'm gonna basically show you how to throw it together. It's really easy. All we're gonna do is take some mayonnaise, some yellow mustard. I usually use just a little bit of hot sauce. It just adds that something. This is not a spicy one. This is Frank's Red Hot. It's really not spicy. Just adds some flavor. And then for my sweetener, I use Lakanto powdered sweetener instead of honey. So here's mayonnaise. Use whatever your family's favorite is or whatever you'd like to use. Now you just want plain yellow mustard. Hot sauce. And then I just stir and then taste and then add more of whatever you need to add more of. It really does taste just like honey mustard. So it's that fast. All right, happy birthday meal for Caroline. Happy 17.
Happy birthday.
We are having, let's show you on Jay's plate. We're having a sneeze fest because it is allergy season around here. Chicken, he put hot sauce, like a hot garlic sauce and honey mustard on his. I have like a chopped salad that I made, and then mac and cheese. This mac and cheese is not keto, but if you use gluten-free, low-carb noodles, it totally can be, y'all. I've done that multiple times, and everybody eats that one just as well. Hey, y'all, I just walked in the door from yoga, so I am a hot, sweaty mess. But I am going to make some dinner. I love after yoga doing like shrimp or fish because it's so fast to put together. Today we're gonna do a lemon and capers fish. This is my favorite fish these days, Barramundi. My favorite fish that I can buy frozen and is sustainable and all of that. Anyways, it almost has like a sweetness to it. I absolutely love it. I get this at Costco, and one package is the perfect size to feed 6 people that I have here living with me. So that is the plan. I'm going to use a little bit of white wine, some chicken broth, some lemon juice. You don't have to use the wine. You could just use this combo. And then I've got an onion to chop up. And I have a couple of zucchini over here that I need to use, so I'm gonna chop this up. I'm gonna eat it over zucchini. I'm gonna make just this 90-second microwavable rice for the people that want that, but this is a really quick dinner, y'all. And then over here, sorry it's really late so it's dark in here, but this is some almond flour, some Italian seasoning, and some herb de Provence sea salt. So I'm just gonna lightly bread the fish with this. You could skip this step entirely if you want to. I'm just getting a little bit of it to bread the fish, and then what's left in the pan will help me make my sauce, but I can totally make my sauce without this. I don't always do this step, but I think we're going to tonight. I just put this sea bass right in here. This is cold water that it's sitting in, and well, it was as cold as my faucet gets, not super cold. It thaws the fish so fast. I know I've shared that before. I don't know, is this how y'all thaw your fish? Usually fish works so well for us because I don't even have to think about it ahead of time. I can just pull it out when I'm ready, and by the time I have everything else ready, this will be thawed, and they're individually packaged, so that I love as well. It works super well because if you want to just make one piece at a time, they stay freezer burn free and all of that, but I usually do all of them just because this is the amount that we need to feed everybody that lives here. All right, y'all, so I have cut up this zucchini just into pieces, and I have thrown in there that same exact seasoning that we are using for the fish, and then I'm just gonna put some olive oil in here, and we're just gonna mix it all up, and then I'm gonna cook this. Obviously, this is an air fryer. I'm gonna cook this in the air fryer. So in this pan, this is my favorite pan, y'all, because it fits quite a bit. I probably can do 4 pieces at a time. I've got some avocado oil getting heated up here, and then we are going to get our fish ready while this is heating up. So I just salt and peppered the fish a little bit, and I'm not putting any oil on it or anything. I just want a very, very light dusting coating of this, you know? I'm not like trying to pack it on. We're not like making fried fish, really. So we're not packing it on or anything. We're gonna do 3 pieces and then 2 pieces because you do not want to steam the fish. We're trying to get a nice browning on both sides, and we'll take the fish out, we'll make the sauce, and put the fish back in to finish up. Okay, y'all, this was 8 minutes. Oh, we're fogging up. 8 minutes, and it's definitely not browning, so we're gonna do a few more, maybe. There we go. And then I've got my second pieces of fish in here. Got these pulled out. They're not cooked all the way through because these are pretty good sized pieces of fish. They're gonna finish cooking in the sauce, so no problem. And I put way too much of this almond flour in there, but oh well. All right, I'm gonna shake the pan to make sure it's not stuck and they are not sticking. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I just added a little bit of oil here, and I'm going to add these onions. We're going to cook these onions up just a little bit, and then we're going to deglaze the pan with some white wine. I'm also going to add just a little bit of lemon juice to this. Alright, just a little bit of lemon juice. And when I get this coming up to a good boil, then I'll put it back down to simmer and put my fish right in here, y'all. Now, the last thing I'm going to add is capers. If you don't like capers, you don't have to add them. we're gonna let that simmer until the fish is completely cooked. It will only take a few minutes. Let's check on the zucchini. Oh, we're finally getting some browning. Finally getting some browning. All right, my fish is done. It's obviously nice and flaky because it is falling apart. So we're gonna put our fish on the platter. I'm gonna get all of this fish out, y'all, and then I'm gonna thicken my sauce up just a little bit, and then I'm gonna pour it right on top. Okay, I'm gonna pull this heat back up to high, and we're just gonna cook this down some. All right, so let's make a plate here. I've got this zucchini, which never really browned up that well. I guess it was just, it was a really big zucchini, and bigger zucchinis are full of more water, and I know that was a problem. I almost didn't buy it because of that, but anyways, here is a piece of the fish. How good does that look, y'all? There's the money, y'all. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I'm putting some of this sauce over my zucchini too. And then top it off with a squeeze of some lemon. Perfect. Yum. So that dinner took me about 15 minutes start to finish to put together. It is delicious. Everybody's gonna be happy, and I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go take a shower because. So that was some of our favorite meals, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously couldn't include all of our favorite meals. I may kind of make this a series going forward. Y'all let me know if you'd like to see some more of these, if you liked this compilation like this. I hope that you did. I just kind of wanted to reach back and pull out some oldies, but some really, really goodies that are easy and delicious, and I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you'll try them. If you do, let me know. Bye, y'all. Be blessed.